Good morning, guys. Okay. All right. It's gonna get spicier than maybe some thought. Yeah, I don't know. Good morning, Joyna. Good morning, Murray. Hey, we're live over on Abstract. We're live on X. And man, we're live on YouTube here as well. Wherever you're watching, guys, smash the like on the show. Boom. Link to Abstract now in the chat. Okay, we got some stuff to talk about. It's the Liberation Day fallout. It's the tariff wars. It's Bitcoin becoming the thing that we all knew it could become. I'm talking about Bitcoin is digital gold, and man, it might be happening right in front of our faces right here, right now. If there's a silver lining anywhere in the markets, it's right there. Interesting stuff happening. Okay. Again, there's a lot to talk about, guys. Make sure you subscribe over here on Crypto Slam. That's over on YouTube. Follow at CryptoSlamIO over on X. Of course, SlamAI_XYZ. That is also on X. And, we have the afternoon show called The Swarm Report. Also, our flagship AI agent, that's The Swarm right here. So the show streams over here 2 p.m. Eastern time. Hey, you can catch it on YouTube as well, but make sure you follow The Swarm_AI over there. Catch the live show. Man, and you can follow me at Hudah_idiot. Also on X. All right. So Liberation Day. Was Liberation, was that yesterday or the day before? I think it was 2 days ago, right? 2 days ago. Yeah, Wednesday. And yeah, Moonship, who tears your bags? Yeah, our bags might be the most interesting part of all this. All right, so tariffs, crazy shit. Trump saying the U.S. is healing, will come back stronger. Yeah, again, there's just so many thoughts about this right now, and a lot of takes on complete opposite sides. And I know nobody knows. Nobody knows. That said, we can look at how the market's reacting. It gives us a little bit of an idea, and you can see the stock market getting absolutely fucking obliterated yesterday. 2.85, we've seen different figures, but $2.85 trillion wiped out of the market. This is yesterday. Brutal. Absolutely fucking brutal, guys. The biggest sell-off since COVID, since 2020. Back then, 2.5 trill. It's yeah, kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. That said, Bitcoin is looking super interesting. It is. So I have like CoinGecko pulled up all day, and if it's not there, it's I have the Bitcoin pulled up all day long looking at the price, because at some point I'm expecting Bitcoin to follow suit. Bitcoin down, but is anybody else here surprised at how resilient Bitcoin is looking to be? I'm surprised. I think I'm more than surprised. I'm shocked, because look, we all have this thought about, or it's not more than a thought. We all have this belief about Bitcoin and what its potential is, and that one day it does really, really become digital gold. That's the asset that you see this flight to safety to. Right, it's no longer this super speculative asset. Always that, but that it becomes digital gold. It might be happening right here. It might be like right in front of us, playing out live. Again, yes, Bitcoin down yesterday, but it's the correlation between Bitcoin price and something like the S&P 500, and Bitcoin holding up, I think, better than it ever has on a day like today, when you'd expect the risk assets to just get hammered, and again, Bitcoin holding up phenomenally. We'll look at prices here in a quick moment, but there's still this hope that the tariffs, it's posturing, and that it leads to negotiations and lower tariffs on U.S. goods. There's still a lot of like questions about how much tariffs are really levied against our goods here, in the States. But Trump's saying every country is reaching out right now, all of them reaching out and wanting to negotiate through this. And I'm still expecting that this is kind of how it plays out, that the numbers we saw on Wednesday are not the final numbers. It's the starting point, and then negotiated down. We hope so. We saw that Canada seems to be heading that direction. But then you got the flip side. And this has brought us into a really, really, maybe even a more difficult day. We'll see. But China going to impose an additional 34% tariff on U.S. goods here. China. Dude, it's too much winning. Please, good Lord, stop. 34% tariff on U.S. goods. Market nuking based off that. Another really, really bad day ahead of us here. Potentially worse than yesterday. Maybe that might be hard to pull off, but yeah, you see the NASDAQ 100 futures down over 600 points this morning. The market opens up in 20 minutes here. Market opens in 20 minutes, and we're gonna see just how crazy things can get. Token made lots of money yesterday. Thank you, Mr. President. Yeah, dude, the 10-year yield is falling hard, and that's one of the positives here. Hope Christian's here. Hope Gravity's here to talk through some of that. But Money Printer, we're hoping that thing gets turned on and ramped up. There's so many layers to this. All these individual countries probably with their own plan, and I think some of them are going to very much move together. But Canada standing up to the United States, or excuse me, China standing up to the United States, that's potentially really, really spicy. Separately, you have California asking countries to exempt their products from these retaliatory tariffs, which is, again, spicy. Does that play out? Is that a factor anywhere? I don't know, but boy, if it does, things just get more and more, more interesting. I don't want anybody to be hurt from this stuff, and people will. There are people who will lose their jobs, maybe even much worse. I can't lie and say it's kind of exciting. Let me see if I can make that a little more clear. I'm not excited for anybody, again, to be harmed. But periods of like extreme change, I think are exciting, and I think you find opportunities in them. So maybe it's just that. It's just a major shift happening, and I always can at least appreciate when those moments are happening, and man, it's really happening now. China requests the WTO consultation on reciprocal tariffs, so probably more insight directions on how they fight back. But again, we saw the 34% tariffs. DC investor, I have a feeling, and just a guess, pure guess, that a lot of people are going to move this direction, saying blanket tariffs using a redacted formula. Big mistake. Potentially a big mistake. Right? Like an unnecessary way to get to where it is we're trying to get to. I don't know. This is what we're going to have to wait and feel and kind of live through to see if it is a mistake, if the means gets us to the end, and if it's worth it in the meantime. I'm not convinced that it is. Oh, dude, I saw Naval. I think it was Naval. I saw a tweet from him. What was it? It was, boy, I hope I've got this bookmarked. It's a great tweet. Hang on. I want to see if I can recall it. Basically, the point was, no, I need to find it. I need to do it justice. But I'm going to go search his account. Honestly, it's worth it. Hang on. It is worth it. I hope he didn't delete. Hang on. Yeah, it was more recent than this. I should have seen it already. Basically the point was we need to not judge things based on their intention. We need to judge things based off of like reality, the cause, or the actual repercussions, right? God, I wish I wonder why that doesn't show in replies. This was just a day or two ago, and it was awesome. But I agree. I need to think more like that, because everybody thinks they're well-intentioned, even the biggest supervillains in, world history. Their intentions, we've learned that now, right? They always think they're on the right side and the good guy. And you can't judge things based on that, or you shouldn't at least. What's up, Fog? What's up, Peter? Good to see you guys. It's going to get interesting. It's going to get interesting. U.S. credit risk gauge jumps the most since regional banking crisis. It's, again, a big period of change here coming. Now, we did have some numbers come in today. We were looking forward to this. Unemployment rises to 4.2%. Expectation was 4.1%, so up higher just by 0.1. That said, an increase in jobs actually higher than expected there. Meaning there's some strength out there. Meaning maybe no rate cuts coming really, really soon. And in fact, that's what most people are betting on. What's up, Zober? The road to hell was paved with good intentions. Yeah. Yep. I kind of maybe have to lean that way too. We'll see. We'll see if it's worth it by the time we get to where we're going and if we can even get there. Anyway, numbers coming in showing the economy looking actually kind of decent. Decent to neutral. And so rate cuts happening now? No. I think the earliest people are expecting any kind of rate cuts is in May, and even then it's not super likely. And so we'll see. It's going to be a really, really rough few weeks. That said, guys, I can't wait to show you some things that are incredibly bullish for the market, including the price of Bitcoin. That I'm so incredibly excited about. By the way, I forgot to retweet the show. Hang on, let me push this bad boy. Also, the rate cuts that we're expecting right now are most likely priced in. So surprise cuts would be awesome, but I don't think there's many that are expecting that. All right, hang on. I got a tweet. In the meantime, guys, share your thoughts too on tariffs. Good, bad. If you're kind of maybe, look, a lot of people on the right think this is going to get us somewhere pretty special. I'm not sure, but I'm curious where you guys sit with this. Everything's going to cost more. Yeah. Yep. That's seems like how it's going to play. So the idea here, by the way, is everything's going to cost more. But like JD Vance said this, you're going to have a lot more money, meaning like major tax cuts or printing money. Something has to change. So they're expecting that. They're planning on that. That's actually what they're doing. They're manipulating the market. Things will be way more expensive. And the flip side of that, again, that's the plan. Make things more expensive. The flip side is you have more money. Again, tax cuts or stimulus, whatever it is, pay going higher. The idea is you're supposed to have a lot more money, and it offsets the price increases. Does it play out like that? It has to. If it doesn't, we're in big trouble. If it doesn't, we're in big trouble. I'll say this too. I don't know how, why, I don't know what exactly this looks like, but I believe this is a belief that crypto factors in here somehow. Whether it's, U.S. crypto capital of the world and it just brings so much more money in, or if crypto is part of this plan to maybe redesign, restructure this economy. Crypto has a major role here, and it's part of why I'm still going to be optimistic about this. What's TPTB? What is that? TPTB got all they need from the USA. Time to ruin us. I don't know what that is. I'm being stupid. Anyway, looking at big guys, this is what's incredible. In fact, the whole show should just be about this. This should be a headline. This is what people should be focusing on. Guys, right in front of our fucking eyes. Right in front of our eyes here, with the stock market getting, again, obliterated. You have Bitcoin up in the past hour, up in the past 24 hours, down only 2.4% in the past week. It's happening. It's happening. The thing we needed and wanted and knew would happen, it looks like it's happening right here. And then what happens if Bitcoin actually is up? 85K, 87K, 91. What happens then? Right? What happens then if all of a sudden Bitcoin is this safe asset? It's digital gold like we know it can be. What if that's happening right now? And does that change everything about this crypto cycle that unfortunately got stomped out right in the best part of it? Does it change everything? Is it game on? Do we see capital coming into Bitcoin in a way that we maybe haven't seen before? I am watching this very closely because something big is happening here. Today, a big day, an important day. And we'll see if Bitcoin, if it holds even this level, guys. Wow. Like, this is a milestone moment. Again, this is the moment where Bitcoin turns to gold. Pretty wild. Oh, by the way, we should check Solana, Ripple, also up. Ripple over $2 again, up almost 4%. ETH 1,700. Solana up 1.6%, 115. It's so fucking interesting right now. What's up, Mike Bennett? Good to see you, man. Heidi's good for the long term. You both import product and manufacture in the U.S. Shipping rates have dropped enough to almost offset the tariffs from Asia. Problem with U.S. manufacturing is the current U.S. work culture. In what way? I think crypto looking, I think incredible. Incredible. I am absolutely fucking shocked. Looking at the ETFs, this is a very good way to gauge this market too. Looking at the Bitcoin ETFs yesterday, 99.8 mil in outflows. All things considered, not bad. Again, something's happening in crypto, something very, very special. I think that's happening. On the ETH side, 3.6 mil in outflows. Oh, Heidi's good. Hard to find good employees, perpetual lawsuits. Yeah, bummer, dude. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Yep. God, guys, I almost can't believe what's maybe happening here. It's a big deal. A couple of quick points on ETFs. We're talking more about the economy, but we'll talk about ETFs right when we mention the ETFs, right? SEC officially acknowledges Fidelity's Solana ETF filing. Nice. Grayscale files for a Solana ETF. Those are not far off. I bet within a few months here we've got Solana ETFs trading. Peter, that is it. That's the magic right there. This is exactly what a lot of us thought would happen with the Bitcoin ETFs. Bringing in more volume, they bring in more stability, I think, for crypto in general. But because we've got these new type of investors, a lot of us thought that if Bitcoin ever dumps hard, we crash to whatever's the number, whatever, we have these major support levels at in the 60s somewhere, maybe 50. And then even thinking bear market, wherever we fall, we do not stay there long. If we can even fall that far anymore. We can, I think, but the type of support that comes in now, I think there's certain levels I don't think we'll ever see again, save for like a flash crash, right? But the amount of buying that comes back in and just pushes this right back, I think we're at that point. So yeah, Bitcoin can get in the 60s, probably. 50s, I don't know. But regardless, I think you've got enough long-term or buyers with that long-term vision that know where this is going, that they don't let Bitcoin sit out there cheap. Plus, I think to your point, Peter, I don't know who wants to sell. I don't know who would sell their Bitcoin right now. It's not what it was. Bitcoin's not what it was a year ago. I don't know who would be selling their Bitcoin right now, and this is going to play out right in front of us. Still, Bitcoin performing phenomenally. The IBIT, that's the Bitcoin, is that the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF, up 25% since election day. Gold up 14%. It's happening. It's changing. And Raoul Pal, I love the guy. I really do. Thinks we'll be at new all-time highs within 90 days. Mostly based off of M2. Mostly based off of that. And I agree. I agree with him. He had an awesome live stream yesterday. I watched it, had kids around, so it was like kind of half distracted, but really, really bullish stuff. With this big thing hanging over the tariffs and unpredictability, and right, that's all just hanging over everything. So everybody knows, right, all these plans or these analysis could go out the window because you can't plan on that kind of thing. But this is awesome, dude. If we had time, I wanted to play the whole thing and stream it, and maybe I'll do that later today or tonight. I would love to start. I've mentioned this before. I'd love to start streaming stuff, like watch-alongs. This I want to watch, and the spoiler again, with a lot of charts and some really like well thought out analysis here, explaining why Bitcoin is about to do something pretty major within a couple of weeks. Here is their thesis. Within a couple of weeks. And that's mostly, again, M2 and then the offset, 10-week, 12-week, whatever it is. But there's so many things lining up here for Bitcoin to do that next run to all-time high. And also altcoins. So, dude, if you got time, it's definitely worth checking out. I do really want to stream it. Sidebar, I'm not sure if we have a swarm report this afternoon, so just a heads up. But if not, I do want to come back later tonight and do just a solo stream. So just a quick heads up here. Who mentioned this before? Peter, Mike, who mentioned bonds? The U.S. 10-year Treasury falling and falling fast, and this is part of the purposeful plan here. You're right. People talk about this as it's refinancing our debt, and in like an abstract way, that is what's happening. It is. Although you can't refinance your debt technically. You just, yeah. This is purposeful, and it is working as designed. Like, okay, you look at what's happening out there. You could say it's a feature, not a bug. That's very much what's happening. What's up, E-Rock? DeYank, good morning, guys. That's it, Peter. That's it. It's a feature, not a bug. What's going on out there, very purposeful. It's also a game of chicken and who's right. And I don't think we know yet, because I don't think all the pieces on the chessboard have been moved yet. And yeah, I kind of picture, there's more pieces that are even going to be placed on the board that probably even don't belong in the game. It's going to get weird. Trump also reiterating that his policies are not going to change. Not going to change. So this is it. And there's all this talk about, Republicans now just standing up to Trump, or going to stand up to Trump, and some party or Republican Party infighting. Who the fuck knows? But it's going to get really interesting here, man. Eternals Mint is today. We'll get to that. And then Dysfunction, I don't think I'm familiar with, but Eternals Mint is today. Good luck to those guys. We'll definitely touch on that here. A couple other quick updates in the world of crypto. Jack Dorsey saying that his platform block is going to enable Bitcoin payments. Pretty cool. Jack said just a couple days ago Bitcoin needs to be a payment token, otherwise it's going to be it'll become obsolete. He's kind of right. Maybe not, though. I still think digital gold is enough, and I think you turn Bitcoin into a smart network with Opcat. Might do the trick, too. Ethereum has a soft fork coming. Actually, is this a hard fork? I think it's a soft fork. But an update, right? When you update the blockchain, it's a fork. This one's called Pectra, was supposed to be coming later this month. Now delayed to May 7th, and that's just for fine-tuning. Heads up about that. And then HBAR. The HBAR Foundation is in the final steps of acquiring TikTok. Look, I saw this a couple days ago, and it wasn't worded that way. It was worded as in they were interested or pursuing TikTok, but not in the final stages. But maybe TikTok becomes a pretty interesting crypto-y platform. I don't think it goes full Web3, but crypto on TikTok all over it. Yeah, that could happen. All right, let's look at the NFT market here. Dude, I can't get comfortable in my chair today. I don't know what's up. Um, 10.1 mil, that's cross-chain sales. Unique sellers up. Unique buyers up. Transactions up. Average sale price down. So you're up almost across the board. Trade profits, people. Oh, boy. Same. Yeah, this is not abnormal. 1.5 mil in the negative. It's what we see damn near every day now. Katz, what's up, man? Good to see you over on Abstract. Roth, good morning. Yeah, I mean, NFTs look okay. Man, I wish we had Barachain and Abstract on here because there is a little more volume over there, especially something like Steady Teddies, which we will look at. Let's refresh, see what's moving the market. Taproot Wizard should be probably by tomorrow reflected on the daily. I'll show you them in a minute. But Courtyard, your number one collection. Again, I don't think these sales are totally kosher, just from spot checking it. We've got D-Market, CryptoPunks, Pudgy Penguins, Gilded Guardian Heroes. I'm going to skip the wash stuff or laundering. DeFi Dungeons, Bored Ape Yacht Club. Laundering, meh. Paradise, also, man, it's so much garbage. Definitely laundering. Man, the NFTs look rough today. Dude, if we wiped out the laundering type collections, I'm not saying Courtyard is laundering. I just think there's some sales that are not categorized properly, like they're transfers. I mean, there'd be like 2 PFP projects in the top 10. And if geez. Let's say 3. Punks, Pudgies, Bored Apes, but, that's with not even $250,000 in sales with Bored Apes. Looking rough. Like, wow. And then your top sales in the past 24 hours, it's a Punk on top. Again, that's Punk number 7747. He went for 42.59 ETH, $75,000. Nice Bored Ape sold. Interesting. I actually thought I saw this one a day ago, but a King Ape, 22 ETH. I got to double check the date on this. I really thought I saw this guy, unless he's moved a couple times. Hang on. Let me check this bad boy. He really did, huh? They have to change, can't survive 50 to 75%. If he says it's permanent, that confirms it's not. As in those rates that he put out there are not permanent. Like, those are not real. And him like doubling down is just him, like, still the war of words, right? Did he get anybody at 50%? Yeah, well, no, I know he did at 50. 75, I don't think I saw. But, like, point is, they're pretty high. Okay, that sale. Dude, maybe I can see the future. I swear I saw a King Ape sale like a day plus ago. We'll see. All right, yes. Eternals mint is today. Dude, I like these guys. I got a lot of thoughts about this collection. And I see a lot of talk about this thing, calling it grifty and whatever. I like these guys. I think anybody should, whatever, launch a project whenever they want. Like, if you're not gonna, somebody else will. And I think it's different when somebody put a year plus into building it. Right? It did take time and attention and some care. It's a bad day to launch it. I gotta be, like, consistent with how I say things, though. I respect at a different level even people who launch in this market. If the idea is don't care. I don't care if it sells out or not. It's, we believe in the thing. We're putting it out there. That said, I don't think that's great for holders, right? I think they're getting into what I think is a very expensive collection. And they're not going to have any upside on this. Like, to me, collection size is still too big, 4,000, whatever. And the price, it's like $350, $400. For this market, it's too expensive. And that's just thinking on the speculative side. And these guys are really clear. Again, a lot of respect. They're really clear. They're like, if it's not for everybody. If it's not for you, if you're not into the community thing and you're not into the art thing, don't mint it. It's not for you. They have enough people that are into that. And like I said, I'm rooting for them. I hope it really does well for holders, for those guys. You can't say they don't put in the work. They do. And it's not like they release stuff. I don't think they've ever dropped a collection before. I don't think. I think this is the first time ever. So, like, I see the FUD out there. I can, like, see it, recognize it, maybe agree with parts, but most of me is just rooting it on. And it's just good old-fashioned collecting. What's the difference with Good Vibes Club? What's the difference with Steady Teddies? Right? Sometimes we pick and choose who should be allowed to launch a project or not. I don't know. I have trouble with a lot of the way we think here. All in all, if you've got a market like Taproot Wizards, if you have a market who's willing to pay the price you're asking and the art works for them and the movement and all that, good for you. So yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on that. That's coming up. Actually, it's coming up in 20 minutes. We'll be live when that starts. Some of you guys are minting. I think so, which is cool. I think they gave away a ton of free spots too, like free mints, which is cool. I think they're building the community, and again, I hope it's successful. We'll see how it goes. If it sells out, it's about a $1.6 million raise. You know what it is? I've thought a lot about this the past few days. I think it's when these are community guys. They're guys that you've probably talked with on the timeline and maybe even on Spaces and whatever. When it feels like it's like a peer, I think there's jealousy that kicks in when you see people that you're like, I know him. Why the fuck is he launching a collection? Right? I think there's an element of that. Because you feel like it's, and nobody's specific here, obviously. These are things I think through. I'm like, you feel like it's something you could do yourself. Anybody could do it. If that's the case, why aren't you? Yeah, I think, yeah, I like it. I like it. I'm a fan. I think the collection looks really good, too. I especially like the traits and the care that went into that. I hope it does really well, again, for all sides. And I hope they do what they're setting out to do, which is build this, like, elite, killer community. Great context, all the things you want in a great community, like the connections, the opportunities for mints and whitelists and, all that stuff and airdrops. I hope it's all there. That's what they're aiming for. And they may just pull it off. You can't deny there's passion there and talent and all that stuff. Anyway, I'll stop glazing these boys, but I am rooting for them. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Steady Teddies. Steady fucking Teddies. All right, let me pull it up. You guys know I minted one. I did not sell. I didn't sell it. Heidi's, thank you very much, dude. Really, really nice of you, man. Dude, I got a couple things I want to get to. We might go a little longer than an hour. We'll see. I want to talk about the Telegram sticker store. I've been all over it now, really starting to get a feel for it. I really like it. But Steady Teddies. Okay, they revealed. I was hoping that they would keep their unrevealed image for longer because I thought it's so cool. Like, it's so fucking cool. I love the unrevealed. But reveal happened. They look like we're expecting, which is good. They look good. But the vibes are there still, man. The community is there. They got a thing that you can't buy. You can only build it. Like an organic, really, really good, strong community. Art looks awesome. It's fun. Hang on, let's find my guy here. Here's mine. Not a floor, but not rare in any way. So he's just good looking. He's a cool looking dude. And price is up since reveal. In this dog shit market, this market, total ass. And these were at like even 98, 97. Let's just say flat 100 pre-reveal. Post-reveal, they dipped to me again, upper 90s. But they're all-time high basically right now. And I think they're going to do very, very well. There's still rumors of a token coming. They announced it on their website. Couple things. Minor things, but fun. You can customize the background for your Steady Teddy. You can upload an image. You can give it whatever background you want. But on top of that, you can actually still have your pre-reveal artwork, which is awesome. It does add another layer of collectability here. I think it's so great. So these doing really well, guys. In fact, hang on. Let's look at volume. Listing percent actually really spicy too, by the way. 11% listed. I want to see total volume here because I think they're doing some legit numbers. Look at 1 million in volume. 1 million in volume is so respectable for a chain like that that it doesn't have. Look, it's not as big as Abstract, I don't think. It's not as big as, Solana, ETH, Bitcoin, none of those. They did a good job, I think, onboarding with this collection. Again, and token coming actually really, really sends these bad boys. I like them. I'll say this, guys. I do think that's a play on secondary. I do. I really do see it. I think these are going to go. These will go 2 times higher. I think they do that in maybe even the short term. Market aside, I think these got a 2x, and then they have that potential like Good Vibes Club to do a lot more. Still love those, by the way. We should probably do an update on that. But yeah, here we go. One dude bought over $100,000 worth of steady teddies. Bought all these 1-1s, right? Bought a few of the 1-1s. I think there's 30 something of those total. But dude here grabbed 4 of the 1-1s. And by the way, 20, I'm trying to do some math in my head. Let's say this is like 14 grand and this is like 20 grand. Let's say about 20 grand. Let's say about 20 grand for each, give or take. Look at that. Serious money being spent on these. People really think there's something more coming, whether it's just community, like cool as shit community, or if it is the token, if it is the Beara token drop that people still think is coming. These are a kind of a movement. Reminds me a lot of Henlo on Hyperliquid. Something kind of cool here. And yeah, people pointing out this. Yeah, dude, there's a pattern. There is a pattern here. Steady Teddy's looking a lot like Good Vibes Club. I was very lucky to be in that early to feel out, like, again, what that felt like. What did Steady Teddy's, or excuse me, Good Vibes Club do at the early that I can now, like, copy paste in another project, like, feel out how it's moving? Same damn thing, guys. As in Good Vibes Club, people weren't shopping for the floor at all. They really weren't. In Good Vibes Club, it was people like scrolling and looking for one that was cool to them. Like that simple. And you got the same thing happening in Steady Teddies. In fact, if I go and scroll hang on, let's do just sales. I think we'll see. There you go. Last buy is at 200. It's people that are going and shopping for their forever one or something that they just think is stands out different, fits them, or you got people shopping well above the floor, double floor, 3x floor. Here's that guy that sold for, this was 17 minutes ago, sold for over 2,000 Beara. So guys, that's like $15,000, right? Like these are moving. What's up, hoods? These are moving. These got Good Vibes Club kind of vibes, DGen side, but the collecting, that's what's the same between the two. People are collecting. And man, I think these are going to do very well. Keep your eyes on this, right? Ultimately, keep your eyes on this. I think these are a play. I could honestly see these. Let me do a prediction. Depending on the market, still, I could see these 3xing even in this dog shit market. I could definitely see that. I could see them getting to a 1 ETH floor in this shitty market. If the market were hot, these are 2-3 ETH. Right, I'll do ETH terms, ETH value. I think these get up to those kind of prices if the market were good right now. Dog shit market, though, I think they can get to ETH value, which puts them at, hang on, let me see if I can math. 400, 300? I think like 250, 300 in that ballpark. I think they can do it. I definitely think they can. So anyway, keep your eye on Steady Teddies. I think they're a cook. Dude, Cats, isn't that the best? And Heidi's, yeah, I don't think they got a lot of downside. I'll say that. I don't think they have. I don't think the risk is. Like you got the risk of a rug, but these guys have been around for so long. They're not rugging. Downside, maybe they come down 10, 20 Beara, maybe. The upside potential here is really good. I like them. If I had some funds, I'd roll the dice. And I'll tell you this, I am considering because I have not a lot that has any value right now. I got Good Vibes Club and I got a Steady Teddy. I'm thinking through this. Sell the Steady Teddy, get another Good Vibe Club, or sell one of the Good Vibes Club and get another Steady Teddy. Like just debating what do I like more? That's the question. Be honest, I like Good Vibes Club a lot more. I love Good Vibes Club. as much as I've gushed all over those guys the past few weeks, that hasn't changed. I only feel that stronger. I think that is a strong collection. Strong. I love that art. You guys know, I got the Taproot Wizard. I PFP'd it for a day, and I went right back to Good Vibes Club. It fits. I love it. I genuinely love it. And the community is still fucking phenomenal. I've not chatted in their Discord in a few days, but I pop in and I look and I'm like, they're active. They're having fun. It is a legit vibe over there. I think that's a really great, a really, really special collection still. Still do. How are they looking here? I think they're at 2.25-ish or so. Maybe 0.23. Let me see. 0.26. 0.27 even. Yeah. I mean, really holding up well. And just like Steady Teddy's, people shopping well above the floor. Right? 0.31. 0.41. Here's one that sold 2 hours ago for 2.3 ETH. It's one of the Cosmics. These are rare. Really rare. It's a good buy. It's a great collection. All right. You guys have heard enough about that. Just, I love them. Anything else with Steady Teddies? I don't know. Watch them. I think they're going to cook. Okay. Magic Eden had a couple updates yesterday. Oh, dude, Iraq, no shit. I got to get back in there, dude. I don't want to lose touch with the community, and I really like them. It's just good people. Really, really awesome fucking community. That's awesome. Dude, I hope they're around on the weekend. I do want to hop in and say what's up. And, dude, you know what's cool? Iraq, I don't think you and I had ever gotten to chat until finally Good Vibes Club, right? We've known each other through here, but, we've never gotten to actually chat. It wasn't until Good Vibes Club and us in VC there, which is so fucking cool. A lot of good people. In that community too. Biggie Poppins in there. I got some legit friends in there, which is awesome. Okay, Magic Eden. Here's a couple updates. Okay, cross-chain swaps are live. So you can swap tokens between Solana, Bitcoin, ETH, Base. You could do that in the app before. You couldn't do it directly on the website. Now you can. It's super awesome, super handy. Actually, I think you could do it in the ME wallet. The extension too, but you couldn't do it directly on the site. Again, now you can. It's a cool update. It's a good update. I think Magic Eden's got a lot of updates coming here. This transition to being a DEX, I think that's coming really soon. Really soon. But here's an update that's got people not so happy. A lot of fun about this one. Right? Runes bag's down bad, right? Runes are absolutely wrecked right now. And then it doesn't help that the one platform who really got they made a lot of money on Runes, fees on Runes, right? Well, now if you go to Bitcoin, you know what? I'm trying to remember what this even looked like before. Where did Runes show when you went to Bitcoin? So people are complaining that getting to Runes is now multiple clicks away. They might have they already fixed this? Go to Magic Eden. It's under trade. I wonder if that changed because people are I'll show you some of the tweets, but people are complaining that this redesign put Runes 2 pages deep, 3 clicks to get there. That's it. Yep. Dude, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool moment. All right, 20 minutes till Eternals. Anyway, thought about Runes and being buried on the site, and man. Okay, no, that's not with an update. That's where they live. Again, people are pissed, and I think that's silly. It doesn't matter because all this is going to change. They are going to be a DEX. This is getting set up for that. But also, you better not put all your eggs in the Magic Eden basket, right? There's some other fungible token platforms that are over on Bitcoin that are going to work. Slingshot's going to be still integrating Runes, and Odin.fun. But this is a good opportunity for others to come in and steal some of that mind share, right? So Satflow, it's pretty much directly on the site. A Bitcoin native company, yeah. But yeah, again, I think the Runes community took this very personal. Magic Eden supported it, really did push runes, but as soon as the volume's down, it's like, all right, moving on. They're not moving on. Trust me, there is some hardcore Bitcoin guys there at Magic Eden. Hardcore. They got a good team. Really good team. What's cool here, they actually took feedback from the community, telling them why they didn't like it, how maybe it should flow instead. It's actually pretty cool. And so maybe what we're looking at now is that maybe a little change, a little tweak here. Yeah, they got more coming. Either way, just had to point out there's FUD around that stuff. Right, wrong, whatever. And also Odin.fun. Yeah, something's going there. Something's going on there. They're cooking something. Remember, Taproot Wizards invested in Odin.fun. This is just like 3-4 weeks ago. I still think there's something coming there with Taproot Wizards and all. Some kind of something's happening there. In fact, even if there's no Taproot Wizard token, if Odin.fun grows into like a major Bitcoin fungible token platform, I think the Wizards are going to keep getting airdrops from them. It's kind of that simple. So, yeah. Moving on, Adam Hollander. Now part of OpenSea is their chief marketing officer. He's a good dude. He's a really good dude. So, OpenSea got some good talent here. I don't know. You know, I'm 50-50 bullish, bearish on OpenSea. I like that. I've got it's a flaw. I'm bullish on everybody. I root for everybody, even with Henry telling us some really fuddy shit about OpenSea. Again, them giving over user data to the SEC, not fighting it, just handing it right over. Maybe that's DOJ, actually. OpenSea just gave it. No challenge. And then them doing some questionable stuff, like having the fund, that legal fund that people could apply for to, if they're fighting with the SEC. Kong's applied, never a response. It's like optics. I've been kind of bullish, kind of bearish on them because of those stories. But I want to like them. I still like OpenSea. I still prefer OpenSea for like viewing my wallet stuff. And so I want him to do well. This is one of those steps that I just got to celebrate. I think he's a great dude. And if OpenSea keeps bringing in great people, then I don't know. Good for us. Good for us because we still got that OpenSea token. Oh, dude, Cats, yeah, if you're around this weekend, VC in GVC would be awesome. By the way, we got to get an Idiots VC going. I messaged Henry about that a couple days back. We got the Topps VFriend Chrome physical cards. These are they're Topps. I think they're streaming right now somewhere. They were streaming. But they got physical Topps VFriends cards. So fucking cool. Are they live now? I'm going to check. Oh, I have a follow from VFriends. I never knew that. That's pretty cool. Okay, they're not live now. Anyway, good shit. I still think Gary's coming on strong at some point, like back to Web3. Like, there was a big, strong hint that they got a Whales notice, like behind the scenes. They probably couldn't push the way they needed to push. And I bet you that's gone. I bet you we'll see an announcement about that at some point. And then I bet you we'll see a new phase for VFriends, NFT-related conferences, all that stuff, right? Like, VFriend NFTs, I think their utility's gone. I think it's used up. You're not getting a pass to the next VCon. And so something's got to be coming. Something's got to be coming. I hope. This is our last story. It is, guys, Sony Electronics Singapore. I don't know if it's just that division, but partnered with Crypto.com to enable USDC payments on the Sony store online. That's fucking cool. Stablecoins, guys, adoption everywhere, growth everywhere. Stablecoins is the path to mass adoption. It is. And so that's a cool sign right there. The sticker store, Telegram, NFT stickers. Saw another sale this morning. Okay, I grabbed some free stickers. There were some free packs. I grabbed them. I saw this sale this morning. These robot WAGMI avatar dudes were sold out, but they had these eggs, hammer and egg. I was tempted to get it just to get like an early-ish sticker in Telegram. Sold out. I just sat there debating it, and now it's gone. Wonder if I could share my screen here. Yeah, you know what? Can I think I can share my screen. Let's try. All right, let me give this a shot here. All right, that'll work. I could just share the whole thing if I need to. But okay, if you've not seen it, yeah, this is the Telegram sticker store. These are what were for sale this morning. So edition number or size of the collection. So when I looked, these were all gone. All these gone. And they're fucking great, man. They're really good looking. Price is like somewhere like 10, 15, 20 bucks for a sticker pack. These were not sold out. So again, I was looking, watching, maybe was going to try to get these. Yeah, also sold out. Hang on. What's going on? Huh. I might have to kill that and reopen. Let me try that. Anyway, I'm getting a feel. I'm getting a vibe from these stickers. Like big time. Big time. All right, let's try this again. So when they open up secondary, I might get loaded up with those stars to go buy one. Okay, so the Cat Tea Life and the Dogs OGs, those are free packs. You can just grab them. I don't know if they're unlimited. Kind of think they are. But they're really good looking. Like, they're super cute. These are not NFTs, though, so heads up about that. But here's where you see the other NFTs, right? Again, I think these guys sold out. No, these are not. Dude, I kind of want one. 37 of these left. Just 37 packs of these. They're cool. They're cool. They're really cute. 999 stars for the pack, which is what? Like 16 bucks. It's like 16 bucks. God damn it. Hang on. Okay. Super dig these. So these ones that you can see buy for whatever, this is not secondary. These are primary sales still. And here's where you start seeing little pudgies. I wish they were on secondary. I would probably try to grab one. I might even overpay. I might even overpay just to get like a pudgy NFT sticker. Like, these are awesome. Now, some of these have like a web interface. They'll actually let you click a button and launch a site. But yeah, more pudgies. Here's Pengu Baby Shark. I think these are cool, man. Can I make this bigger? Yeah. What else we got? Baby Doge. Those are sold out. Everything's sold out. Doodles. Doodles did stickers, sold out. Bored Ape stickers, sold out. Like, these are really cool. And I do think they're going to have some value. It just depends on how much do they, like, how many more times do they drop a collection. Like, Bored Apes, I think have. Oh, you know what? I don't think these are official Bored Apes. I think this is a user who's probably, yeah, from the Ape Accelerator. Okay, yeah, this is not official Bored Apes. It's like made by apes. That makes a ton of sense. So officially licensed, but this is not from Yuga Labs. And that said, I love that shit. I think that's a great way to use IP. As minors, it seems like just stickers. I think there's something there. And then where's the original pudgy? Here's the. These are awesome. I'm telling you guys, when these go live on secondary, I think I want to buy some of the original, the first set. If these are the first, I'm not positive these are the very first, but I'm going to look for that. They look so great. They are NFTs. I mean, just so cute. So, what are you going to do with your stickers in Telegram? You will put it in the chat and feel like a Chad because you have a rare sticker. It's kind of it. It's kind of it. But, no different than rocking an NFT as your PFP. That simple. Honestly, it's to collect and just think speculate that maybe down the road it's got some value. Kind of that simple. It's like gaming microtransactions. I'm not great with that shit. Like I often enough will buy like a skin in Destiny or something. That price point gets me $10, $15. I'm like, I shouldn't. I don't do it often, but I'll do it, and I'm like, that price gets me. It does, and that's where the stickers are priced at. So yeah, they probably are gonna get me. Yeah. Dude, it's not for everybody. I get that. And then, you know what? I don't even use Telegram much. I actually do not like Telegram. Maybe I'm getting better with it. I'm not good at navigating it. And I have so many messages. There's like alpha groups I've gotten into that I don't keep up with. And then there's stuff for work I'm in. And so I've got like 10 of these pinned. And then below the pinned, I can't keep up with, I can't find shit. Like I cannot keep it sorted. So I'm not a big fan of Telegram. But it is what it is. All right, let me think if we got anything else. Let's do a final check-in with Bitcoin. I mean, guys, I think something really cool is happening. Here. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't think anybody does. I'll continue to just watch and listen to other people who maybe do know more, do have more experience, do have like some chops, with TA. I'm going to listen to this again. I might do a stream. We just watch this together. But I'm going to keep watching and listening to people out there breaking down what's happening and helping us figure out what direction this is going. In the meantime, all right, these guys are live now. Let's go check. In the meantime, though, I can't help but notice that it's Bitcoin's looking kind of like different. It's looking pretty special. Okay, so these are live. Dude, they're expensive. 10% minted. Again, I know there's people who are getting free. So this first batch might be all free ones too. I'm not positive here. But I think there's quite a few people getting a free Eternal. Let's see how that goes. It opened up just 3-4 minutes ago. And then the next phase starts when that one ends. So VIP and then public is in about 3 hours. Really curious how it goes. They're well connected. They got friends. I think they have people that are going to be supporting them. So pretty cool. We shall see. All right, guys, we'll call it there. Again, subscribe. Okay, hang on. I'm not positive about Swarm Report today. So stay tuned. If you see me, I'm there. If not, nope. I will be live tomorrow and Sunday over on my personal channel. You can find that at Inside NFTs. Or just follow me to keep up with it. You can get me at Hudah_idiot. But definitely make sure you're subscribed over here on Crypto Slam over on YouTube. And then Crypto Slam IO over on X. And the rest of them. The Swarm_AI. ACPs are very soon. It's not that helpful, but I'm telling you, they're very soon. So we'll keep you guys posted. Enjoy your day, guys. Hope to see you this afternoon. Otherwise, we'll catch you later on, probably this weekend. Guys, we'll see you.